Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. Dom here, and today we're going to be talking a little bit of politics. Exciting, right? Super exciting. I'm not an expert, and I don't claim to be an expert, although I do hold a degree in political science from a highly regarded state school in Florida. I also have a Facebook, which means that I'm entitled to my opinion, just like everybody else, no matter how bad or wrong that opinion is. Say what you will, we all know that there are wrong opinions out there, and we all know that everybody else has them but us, right? And today, guys, I'm going to be giving you my opinion on Joe Biden. I don't know if you guys know who that is, but he's currently running for president. He is the Democratic candidate who is going to take on our boy, Lord and Savior, Donald Trump. The issue that I have with Joe Biden, well, I mean, there's a lot of issues, but mostly just the fact that he's Joe Biden. And this is also the biggest issue Joe Biden has, aside from his steady cognitive decline.
Make sure make sure you have the record player on at night, the phone.
Joe Biden's like that uncle that your mom won't let you hang out with anymore. Not because he's a fondler or anything like that, but because she's worried that you guys are going to be together one-on-one and you're going to have to resuscitate him and save his life. Guys, I feel like the Democrats, they gave us a choice, right? There were plenty of candidates. There were some better than others, and there were some that were just abysmally horrible. Biden himself led that pack. And I feel like instead of actually giving us a choice, they just shoved an old man straight down our throats, hairy legs first.
I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun.
If this was a hairy leg competition, I'm sure Joe Biden would wax a floor with Trump. But unfortunately, it's a presidential election, and I don't think hairy legs are one of the metrics that people use to judge their presidential candidates by. Although Biden does have some hairy legs.
I got hairy legs.
But all that aside, guys, everything put aside, Joe Biden's single biggest problem is still Joe Biden himself. Unless, of course, that sneaky other Biden that Joe keeps bringing up is out here causing a ruckus with the media, and he's trying to throw him off.
My name's Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate. Look me over. If you like what you see, help out. If not, vote for the other Biden. Give me a look, though, okay? And that I'm going to beat Joe Biden.
Maybe that's what's going on here. Maybe there really is another Biden. Now, I'm sure everybody has seen this recent clip where Joe was just going full Biden. He was so Biden that the other Biden wouldn't even know what hit him if he saw that Biden.
Thanks so much. That's really our time. I apologize.
You can't do that to black media.
I can't do that to white media and black media because my wife has to go on at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
I'm in trouble.
Listen, you got to come see us when you come to New York, VP Biden.
I will.
It's a long way until November. We got more questions.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Biden's going to revoke your black card. I don't care who you are. Biden's coming for your black card if you don't vote for him, so you better watch out, even if he doesn't win. That's what I heard. But not only that, Biden also taught us about the industrial prison complex. And, he told us the few things that every prisoner has in common.
There's only a couple things everybody has in common in jail. One is they were the victims of abuse, or their kids were, or their mother was.
So according to Joe, prisoners were victims of abuse. Let's hear number two.
Number two, can't read.
Are you going to elaborate on that, Joe, or just can't read? I think we know exactly which prisoners Joe Biden is talking about, and it's not the guy that's evading taxes.
Number three, they don't have any job skills. They were in a position where they didn't get a chance.
I wonder why they don't have job skills. They were in prison for however long. They had a dime bag of marijuana and they went to jail for 17 years, so they don't have any job skills. Good job, Joe. You really out-Biden yourself this time, buddy. And honestly, maybe that was just an honest mistake, and maybe he was trying to make that a joke. Maybe him saying, hey, listen, you're not black if you don't vote for me. Maybe that was his idea of trying to be funny. Maybe that was a joke. But unfortunately, jokes are either supposed to be funny or disgusting, as Amy Schumer taught us.
On my pussy's best day, smells like a small barnyard animal. Have you ever had a guy come in your mouth and go?
And the funniest thing about Biden and his entitlement to the black vote is that the only reason he thinks he's entitled to it in the first place is because he was Obama's vice president for 8 years. Which means that Biden fails to realize that the only reason that he was Obama's vice president for 8 years is that Barack needed someone to balance him out. So they had to have the single whitest, most boomer-centric white guy they could find, and that was Joe Biden. It's not because you were getting down with the brothers at that country club in the projects in Delaware, as you alluded to earlier.
I had a job, a country club kind of job at a swimming pool. I was the only white employee in the East Side because I wanted to work in the projects.
Biden, no, that's not why he picked you. But me personally, guys, one of my biggest issues with Joe Biden is that he's just somebody that no one is going to get excited for. You're not going to meet a single person out on the streets that tells you, hey man, did you see that recent Biden speech? It really got you fired up, right? The way that he incoherently rambled through a simple sentence. Man, it really gives me confidence in this country that a guy like that is leading us through this thing.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing.
That's not gonna get anybody excited. Guys, could you just imagine a Joe Biden inauguration and how that's gonna go? Oh man, guys, I can't believe Biden won, dude. This is so exciting. Let's watch this inauguration speech. I'm so pumped.
And to get hot, I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun.
But we're watching a man decompose straight through his own butthole onto the floor in front of us every single time he speaks, and nobody's stopping it. I think this is elder abuse. Medical science can only carry us so far, and it's not going to carry us to the point where Joe Biden makes sense as a presidential candidate. I don't care what you say, guys. I don't care what anybody tells me. I don't even think Biden believes that he could win, unless that's just the other Biden talking, and I can't tell. There's so many of them all of a sudden. I mean, here, guys, this is an example of a rousing speech by Joe Biden.
Hey, all the kids, you want to come up here and listen? Come on up here. Come up behind me. Because I'm not holding up between them and the pool, man. Come on. My name's Joe Biden.
Oh, God. Biden's rallying the kids around him. I wouldn't let that happen if I were those parents. I don't know if you guys have seen him, but this guy, when he gets near kids, he might get a little bit too... His inner Jared comes out, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, well, I'm the type of Biden that doesn't know my name. For all the little girls, you know that I'm sniffing around. Is that my sister or my wife? It's all the fucking same. I sniff them and I squeeze them and they don't even know my name. They call me the fondler. Yeah, the fondler. I fondle around and around and around and around and around.
There's okay, Cherry. Look, folks, I want to set the record straight in a couple things. I'll wait till everybody gets up here.
Hi.
You're on television, so be good.
Dude, Biden is just standing up there like he has no idea what he just did to himself, dude. He thinks he's about to get robbed. He thinks they're about to steal his Mercury. He thinks that these people are coming for him. He didn't realize that they would actually take him up on his offer and come near him. And here they are, Joe. What are you going to do about it?
And so he was up on the board, wouldn't listen to me. I said, hey, Esther, you, off the board, or I'll come up and drag you off.
And who are these references? Who even is Esther Williams? And why would you call some black guy jumping off a high dive Esther Williams in the first place, Joe?
And Corn Pop was a bad dude. And he ran a bunch of bad boys. Foot length of chain, he folded up, he said, you walk out with that chain. And you walk to the car and say, you may cut me, man, but I'm going to wrap this chain around your head. And they had, in those days, you used to remember the straight razor, you'd bang them on the curb, get them rusty, put them in a rain barrel, get them rusty.
Dude, what is he talking about? Rain barrels? What is a rain barrel, Joe? This is who's going to be our president, maybe. Some guy talking about rusty blades and rain barrels and wrapping a chain around some guy's head? This is not an appropriate story to tell in front of 13-year-olds, Joe.
And to get hot, I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They'd look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
Oh, God, dude. That's a speech from Joe. That was 15 minutes of unfiltered Biden right there. That was off-script, unfiltered, raw Biden injected straight into your hippocampus of your brain and just diluting it and melting it down to his level. Oh, dude, the longer he talks, the stupider we all get. For whatever reason, whenever Joe Biden goes off on one of his legendary rambling, scrambling, meandering sentences and stories, I just get the sudden urge to want to ban all old people from being allowed to do anything. Joe Biden has made me an ageist, guys, and I don't say that lightly. Biden has a Biden problem. Just by association, that means we have a Biden problem. This video is not to advocate to vote for, somebody else. I'm not trying to change any minds. I'm simply trying to show why I think that Joe Biden might need a little bit of help. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, if there was a way to go back in time and make him 40 years younger and a different person, maybe I would consider him as a presidential candidate that I would vote for. We've seen time and time again throughout this election process that Joe Biden is more than just a gaffe machine that the media has been calling him. He's just straight up falling apart at the seams. If you're not careful, you might step in a pile of Joe Biden after he gets done being up on the stage, if you go up after him. So bring some baby wipes, bring Clorox, social distance from that. Long after the coronavirus pandemic ends, just social distance from Joe Biden. You might sneeze and he might fall apart in front of your very eyes. Then you just killed a federal employee and you're going to jail, dude. Anyway, guys, thanks for checking out this video. Thanks for stopping by. I'm Dom. Please like and subscribe, share this video, do what you have to do. Thank you so much. Thank you.